This week, there's been some huge games coming to Steam. AMD has finally released FSR 3 and people have actually got their hands on it. Plus, we have a new Steam Deck hardware revision. Wait a minute, is that right? Huh, I guess it is. Well, we'll talk about all of this and more today. That's right, it's Steam Deck news time. So Diablo IV is coming to Steam, and this is the second Blizzard game to make its debut on Steam, and that's kind of a big deal for a lot of folks. Now, if you're a fan of the Diablo franchise or any of their other games, this is big. Now, I've had several folks recommend Diablo IV to me. It's not really my cup of tea. I'm not really a big RPG fan, honestly. The only RPGs I've ever really enjoyed was the first Paper Mario and the Mother series. Other than that, I'm not really keen on RPGs. Also, I refuse to play games that have always online DRM. I'm not going to be picking this one up because of that. And speaking of always online malware, now I was really stoked for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 to hit Steam, but when it did, I was really disappointed to find that it has the same kind of malicious always online requirement. And look, the argument is, dude, you're always online when you're at home, but I'm not always at home, especially when I'm on my Steam Deck. And I don't want to have to set up a hotspot with my phone to connect my Steam Deck to. That's lame. Always online DRM, especially for games that are decidedly single player or have a tacked on multiplayer component, it's unethical. It's wrong. And there are other comments that I just know will be down there saying, dude, it's been on the Epic Game Store for a long time and it's had the same online requirement since day one. You should have known it wouldn't be any different on Steam. Except that I'll tell you right now that if a game is exclusive to Epic's store, it literally does not exist for me. I legit do not pay attention to what games are coming to EGS. I don't care what games are exclusive to EGS. They don't exist to me. EGS is a black hole. Exclusives on Epic Game Store are like console exclusives. I don't know about them. I don't see news about them. I have negative interest in these titles. So maybe I do bear some of the blame for not knowing that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 on Steam would have the malicious always online DRM. But the fact is that EGS is a malignant platform that doesn't deserve my attention. And so I think that at least partially justifies my ignorance, right? So continuing on the Epic rant, this week I posted a video about the imaginary Valve monopoly on PC gaming and why Epic wants you to believe that it exists. It was a heck of a video. There's been a big response to it. It took me a while to research and I'm pretty proud of it. So go check it out up here. It's no secret that I don't like Epic. I don't like the way that they conduct business. And so far in this video, I've been pretty down on them. So I figured we should check in on them, see how they're doing, right? How you doing, Epic? How you doing, Tim? You okay?
Pack your bags. We're going on a road trip. I'm Benjamin Watts.
And I'm Jeffrey Vega.
Welcoming you to Shell Ultimate Road Trips.
First off, how much was Epic paid? Were they involved in any of this? And why would they do something so clearly and bald-facedly evil? Then, how did Shell get away with having IGN promote this obvious PsyOps marketing campaign? But more importantly, how does IGN get away with promoting this casino to children? Anyway, let's move on. I'm done with the Epic bashing in this video. So FSR 3 came out this week. If you're not familiar, FSR or Fidelity FX Super Resolution is AMD's solution for fast, accurate upscaling for games. It's similar in principle to NVIDIA's DLSS, though the way they work is very different. Now, what's special about FSR 3 is that it's not only doing image scaling, it's also doing temporal scaling, or temporal scaling. Temporal scaling? Meaning that FSR 3 can predict what in-between frames will look like and generate them automatically. According to AMD's marketing, games like Forspoken will be able to run at 175 FPS with FSR 3.0 in performance mode compared to 53 frames per second without it. That is very impressive, and if it provides a great experience for gamers, then I'd love to see how this tech becomes a standard for the industry. Though I have found that these scaling technologies leave a lot to be desired, at least for me personally. Now, the games with FSR 3.0 this week are Forspoken and Immortals of Aveum, two games that I don't think I've heard of at all, but apparently they are both massive AAA titles from huge publishers. Quite interesting. Maybe I'm not quite as up on gaming as I thought I was. It'll be interesting to see the reaction of gamers now that it's finally out in the open with this tech. I mean, FSR 3 is available in these two games. So if you've played either of those games, tried it with FSR 3 enabled, how does it feel? How does the frame generation feel? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I want to give a special shout out to my friends on Patreon, including my top tier Singularity members. It's because of these fine folks that I'm able to continue making videos just like this. If you believe in the work that I'm doing, you can use the links below to become a patron, to become a YouTube member. It's all greatly appreciated. You can also like that smash button to tell YouTube you want to see more videos just like this one. You can subscribe as well to stay up to date with all the fun stuff we're doing here on the channel. All right, let's get back to it. Okay, this is interesting. Sadly, it's Bradley has discovered some FCC filings that show a new version of what appears to be a Steam Deck. Now, Valve Corporation Model 1030. It appears to be a Steam Deck hardware revision with the feature difference being a Wi-Fi 6E card. Now, if that's the only difference, I will be cool with this mid-generation upgrade here. The 6E spec for Wi-Fi has increased speeds and uses the 6 GHz spectrum, but it shouldn't have any substantive difference in terms of performance, at least for playing games. Valve has previously stated that there won't be annual incremental hardware revisions for the deck like the anti-consumer smartphone business market does, and I fully expect them to stay true to their word on this. Now, if this does prove true and Valve's about to drop a new minor hardware revision, what would you like to see? Especially if performance upgrades are off the table. A bigger, longer-lasting battery, an OLED screen, greater storage capacities? Leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Remember how Valve's been selling refurbished Steam Decks at a decent discount? Remember how they've been pretty hard to find if you wanted to buy one yourself? Well, apparently there are a few 512GB models back in stock right now. I'm glad to see it. If you're in the market for a gaming handheld, reports have it that you can't go wrong with these refurbs. Grab one for yourself with the links down below and let me know how it's working for you. And finally, this week, I want to talk about Valve's latest hire. Now, have you heard about this one? Valve has hired the creator of two popular Half-Life Alyx mods. Now, this guy's name is Nate Groves. I keep saying Great Noves. And his project has received a lot of attention, mostly because he has made two of the best mods for the best VR game on the market. His mods, Re-Education and Incursion, have custom assets. They have similar pacing and quality to the original game, and that's really cool to see from a modder. Now, it's exciting to see Valve engaging in, well, I mean, what they used to do. They would hire modders and ostensibly to create new first-party titles again. And the thing is, if you hear Valve has hired a modder for one of their games, you might think like a random dude just out of college or something, but Nate is actually part of the industry. He used to work for Annapurna Interactive, which has published games like Stray, Outer Wilds, and What Remains of Edith Finch. It's pretty great to see regardless of where he came from. And I want Valve to get back into making games too, and hopefully this is a step on their way to doing that. Gabe has said that they have multiple games in development right now, so hopefully we'll see something coming of that soon, because their games are always stellar, except for this one. Now, if this is your first time watching and you find yourself enjoying these videos, you can use the links below to show your support, just like these fine folks have done. You can also get subscribed to see more videos just like this. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.